What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be going over the 5 most essential financial steps that you need to be taking in order to get to where you want to be. Guys, look, I get it. There are goals that you have. There are dreams and cars and real estate and businesses that you want to start. There are things that you want to accomplish, but you have no idea where to begin. I've been there. And I can promise you one thing, there's a lot of good information out there. There's a lot of good things that you can learn on YouTube and from your mentors. But I can promise you one thing, if you haven't done these 5 things yet, then you will be nowhere near ready to even get started in what you really want to accomplish. Guys, these are the 5 most basic things that you have to master. Stay tuned because we're going to go over every single one of them. Number 1 on the list of the 5 most basic essentials you need is credit. Look, guys, I get it. You're 18, 19, 20, maybe you're even in your mid-20s, and you still haven't developed a large enough or good enough credit score or even a long enough history for you to be recognizable to get a loan without a cosigner. Guys, it's frustrating. I get it. I've been there. But I can promise you one thing. If I'd have known this earlier before I got started, I'd be way ahead of where I am right now. Why credit is so important is very, very, very simple. You cannot get where you want to be without the help of other people and other people's money. You can't. It's called leveraging. Leveraging other people's money is how you can become successful. And guess what? You can't leverage other people's money, banks' money, or buy that real estate or anything without good credit. So if you haven't even gotten 3 credit cards already, that is your first step. You need to get at least 3 credit cards in order to start building a reasonable credit score. Get started with that. Going along with that, you can't just have the credit cards sitting there and not do anything with them. You got to use them. So take advantage. Here's my number 1 tip on how to leverage your credit cards. You know how you got all your payments going on that debit card and you got auto pay cycling for your main bills? Well, consider this. You have your account, okay, where you get paid. Now substitute out, instead of using your debit card or checking account as the direct payment, substitute it out with your credit card. And use a credit card that's going to give you miles or cash back or something that's actually good with points, okay? Because here's what will happen. You have your money and you have your bills that you're paying already. So now why don't you pay those same bills in your daily spending with a credit card, and then you have to pay that credit card off immediately afterward. Guess what happens? By taking this one extra step in this process, you can immediately start building your credit by showing that you're good at using your credit and paying it off immediately, but also it's free money. Guys, the way I learned to leverage this, I started doing it, and guess what? I went and bought a new car, and with that car, instead of just paying off like the way I was gonna, I did first my credit card, and then I turned around and paid it off. And guess what? I had so many miles, I took my wife to Hawaii for free. Guys, leveraging your credit is essential, and it can be very beneficial. If you want to travel, that's an easy way to start. Get a credit card that's going to give you flight points, and just start running your main payments through that credit card first, and then pay it off immediately. Never carry a balance. Number 2 on the list may surprise you, because everyone knows you need to make more money. I don't know anyone who doesn't want to make more money. And if you do want to make more money or don't want to make more money, you probably shouldn't be watching this channel. You probably shouldn't even be on YouTube, right? If you want to make more money, that's the main goal for everybody. And how do you do that? 2 things. First, make sure you have a job that pays you for your performance. Look, I know. What does that even mean? Well, here's the deal. Stop trading your time for dollars. That is the least, most effective way of getting paid, and it will pay you the least. Guaranteed. Here's how you take a step to the next level, okay? Without having a doctorate degree or without becoming an attorney and spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in school, the highest paying jobs out there are jobs that will pay you for your performance. And as long as you can master those skills, you will make more money. Guys, When I applied this principle, I went from making $25,000 a year to $250,000 a year. And no, it wasn't me going and doing day trading like you see all these YouTubers. It wasn't me going and starting a brand new YouTube channel that pays me $100,000. Well, because look at my YouTube channel now. Guys, I simply mastered a skill and then I got a job that paid me for my performance. I worked my ass off, and look at what happened. I turned $25,000 into $250,000, and I can easily keep going. Guys, it's very simple. If you want to be successful in anything you do, you got to start getting paid by your performance, not your time. So go get a sales job, go get a commission job. I know that's a dirty word, but get over it, because sales is in everything, and that is one of the number one skills you're going to have to master. So if you want to start making more money, go get a job that's going to pay you for your performance, not your time. Last piece of that number 2, guys. Second stream of income. Okay, we're still on point number 2 about getting a job that pays you for your performance. However, I understand that it's going to take time for you to master those skills and get good at that, okay? It does take a little time. Not everyone's a natural at it stepping into it. So be ready to sacrifice. If you're not ready to sacrifice your old life for your new life, then forget it. Just accept the way you're living right now and just keep going. If you are, however, willing to sacrifice that old life, here's what you do. Go get a second job. Crazy, I know, right? A second job where you have that money going into a separate account that you do not touch. And that is just money that you're building up on the side, saving up. And that leads us into our third point. Point number 3 on the list is save up enough money to cover all of your bills. That includes your daily spending like eating for 3 months. You have to have at least 3 months worth of money in that savings account. That is a no questions asked, no debate. You have to have it. Shit may hit the fan one day. You need to be protected against that, especially if you're going to be taking a risk on starting a business, on investing into real estate, or maybe even just investing into anything. You need to have backup, and that savings is essential. Build it up. 3 months, guys. Some people will tell you more. All I say is 3 months to cover your bills, and then set it aside and don't touch it. Don't ever touch it. Yeah, sorry, dead money sitting there just as a backup, okay? But here's what this does. Once you have that money sitting there, you know you're covered. You've basically insured yourself to now take the risk of going out and starting what you need to start. Here's what's going to happen. You have that money set aside. You're still working your job, making money to cover bills, and you're still making more money to invest in other things. So now every bit of money you save up after that is investment capital. It is money you're putting aside to get where you want to be. And you can't get there until you've at least built up your savings high enough where it's going to protect you against anything that happens, okay? So make sure you get that savings up to cover 3 months of your bills. Once you've done that, then all hell breaks loose. Now you can take your money and go invest, and this is where life gets really fun. Tip number 4 on the list may surprise you. Invest in yourself. Guys, some of you may ask, what does that mean? What that means is you invest your money into yourself to learn, to grow, and to develop the person you are. That's investing time, like going to the gym, like studying and reading books, because leaders are readers, okay? But if you're not investing time and money into yourself, you aren't going to become the person you want to become. Guys, it's all about the person you are. Here's the issue. It's called the paradox of the human. A lot of the times we see the person we want to be and we see the life that we want. And then we think, okay, what that person has is cars, money, homes, freedom. And once I have those things, then I'll be that person, right? Wrong. Only this kind of person can have those things. So the person you are right now deserves what you have. That may sound a little harsh, but it's true. You get what you allow in your life. And so if you allow yourself to live an average lifestyle, that is how your life is going to turn out. But if you demand the best of yourself and invest that time and money into yourself to develop your skills, to develop your body, develop your mind, heck, even develop your looks, you will gain the confidence and you will become that person. And for some reason, that is what will attract success. We are drawn to the people who we know are successful, who have the skills, who look the part, and that's what's going to happen. Once you become that person, that is when the world will flock to you. Remember this principle for tip number 4. The world will always pay you what it thinks you're worth. So in order to be paid a lot of money, you need to be worth a lot. Not just, what your mom tells you you're worth. I'm talking about actual worth and value to these companies, to the world. What do you bring to the table that is worth something? And I promise, if you take the time to invest in yourself, I guarantee you will see an increase in not only your income, but in your life in general. Guys, invest in yourself. And one other thing about tip number 4, so there's 4A and 4B, I know I keep doing this, but it's important, is surround yourself with like-minded people. If your net worth is equal to your net work, meaning the people you surround yourself with, then obviously one of the easiest ways for you to upgrade your net worth is by simply upgrading your network. Guys, if you surround yourself with these kind of people up here who are making this much money, doing these kind of deals and doing this kind of stuff, well, then you will be that. They say that you are the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. So a quick way to get up here is change those 5 people. I promise you, your friends will not always be your friends, okay? If you want to get to here, you are going to have to be willing to surround yourself with different people. If you're not willing to do that, then skip this video and go to another channel and go watch some Cardi B YouTube videos, because I can't help you after that. Tip number 5 on most basic principle you need to master in order to get where you want to be. I need you to focus in, because this is the most important one. Tip number 5 is follow your gut. Guys, I know you have all these great ideas. You watch all these people on YouTube and on Instagram, and you see they're having success by actually doing some very simple things, and you wonder, why can't I also have that? Or you see some other people getting to where you want to be, and you question, what is holding me back? Here is the number one thing holding you back, and it is your lack of courage to act on those gut feelings you have. Guys, experiment, try new things, go all in on something, just do something new, make a drastic change in your life that people will say, that's crazy. If you have average people telling you you're crazy, you're on a good track, okay? Start following the gut feelings you get when you know there's something you need to do. Start that Instagram page. Start that YouTube channel. Go look at real estate investment portfolios. Go look at day trading. Invest in day trading. Guys, do it. Because if you don't do it, then you don't have what it takes. If you want to be at that top 1%, the 1%er who's willing to do what it takes, then you have to start right now. Start now by acting on what your gut tells you to do, because that gut feeling is your intuition, and your intuition will never steer you wrong. And there you have it, guys. Top 5 most important tips for you to start right now. Stay tuned for my next video coming out. We're going to be going over things not just financially, but we're going to be going over new ways that you can upgrade your lifestyle. Right now, if you're thinking, how can I invest in myself? Well, stay tuned for our next video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below. Subscribe to this channel, because if you like this content, there's a lot more where that came from. We'll see you soon.